Hey, what's up with it, man? This video is for Big Lance, man. Hey, look, so the first thing I want to tell you, bro, is on Instagram there's some fake troll account, bro, trying to use your name to get people to buy Bitcoin or download some shit. I've cussed the thing out like 50 times. So if you see this video, just know that I've been seeing you, man. Look, I've watched you for some time. The prison genre, I respect anybody who gets on here, talks about their prison experience. Man, I've been checking you out, seeing what's happening. You've been relapsing and having looks like a tough time with it and stuff like that. I've watched a couple videos. Sometimes I comment on your lives. Hey, and look, man, you could take this video for what it's worth. It's not like for me to expose you or talk down on you. It's not what this is coming from and about. I just want to share a little bit of personal journey, man. Maybe you could take it and apply it to yourself or not, because a lot of what I'm about to say you've already lived through. But from what I'm watching, man, it looks like you relapsed and you're struggling with a program or a halfway house, AA, whatever it is, bro. Look, first and foremost, man, stop counting days, man. Who cares? At the end of the day, who cares, man? If it's 1 day or 400, because at the end of the day, then people say 1 day at a time. So who cares what the number is? Stop counting, right? Look, man, I watch your stuff, man. You used to be a head of a gang, right? So there was tough choices, decisions to make, I'm sure. I didn't do time in Virginia, but I'm just saying, man, you know what it is, bro, is this. You don't need a program. You don't need all that stuff, All they're going to teach you at the end of the day is, like I said, 1 day at a time and a higher power. So, the first couple steps are simple. Admit you have a problem. Give it to God. And, 1 day at a time. You don't need a program, bro. When you were in prison, not really prison, because I'm sure you can get dope in prison. It might cost you an arm and a leg, but when you were in jail, I'll say it like that. When you were in jail, you couldn't get drugs. You know why? Because you didn't have a cell phone, bro. You couldn't get it. And I'm willing to bet that you even detoxed in jail. And if you weren't in jail, you probably couldn't do that detox because that phone is right there. Access to it all the time. You got to be strong enough, bro, to put the phone somewhere or block the people and delete the numbers. It's the same as a crazy ex-girlfriend or something like that. Block her so she can't send the messages. The toxic relationship. You guys are waiting for those texts back and forth. Even if it's fighting back and forth, there's still communication. You got to cut that shit all the way out, man. And hey, man, look, fall back in love with the gym, bro. Fall back in love with working out. Get your kick off of that every day. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a program, bro. You don't need it. Look, for people like me and you know where this path is going to take you. You know where this path is going to take you. Jails, institutions, and death. And for somebody like me and you that already has a number, we skip over jail. It's institutions or death. You don't want to be worm dirt, bro. You don't want to be worm dirt. That's what it is in 2022 and above and beyond. Man, these hard drugs out here nowadays. I know I don't know you like that, but I know that you have had people that are worm dirt, probably close friends, and you don't want to be that, man. You don't want to be that, and that's what it comes to, bro. You just got to be stronger than what you're doing. I know you're a good father. I know that, and look, man, I think when it comes to it, I think me and you have some of the same struggle. There was a point in my life where I was crashing, man, because of a female. I was crashing and burning, bro. And I was running to the dope. So I would forget about because I'm hurt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, you got to let everything go. Not just the person who can sell you that dope and block. If you also have to block and erase out of your life the person who's making you run to the dope man. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Again, this ain't an exposed video or nothing like that. I want to see people who are on YouTube talking about their prison experiences, especially if they're part of a gang and now they're not in a gang anymore, and maybe they're given educational reasons why not to go down that path. I want to see these people win. You know, that's got my story all over it. You know, we are a lot alike, but we are a little different when it comes to it's time to buckle down. You got to find that inner strength, bro. You don't need that program. And for people who are in AA, in a program, I'm not talking down on it at all. It just doesn't work for everybody. You know, look, man, Lance, I'm not perfectly sober, okay? And I say that in an AA sense, okay? I don't think it's wrong if I want to have a couple beers on the weekend. So what? I drink a few beers. I'm not going to feel guilty about that or have some sponsor down my ass. No. I don't smoke bud no more. But even to the people who smoke bud and drink a few beers, if you're staying away from the main thing that makes you crash and burn and possibly go to prison or destroy your family's relationship, then you're doing good. If you just drink a few beers and you smoke a little pot or something on the weekends or even nightly, as long as you're holding full-time employment, you're paying your bills, and you and your family are straight, then who cares what a sponsor says? That's kind of how I live my life, minus the pot. I'm just painting an example. I drink a few beers, but I don't do the stuff that makes me rob people anymore. I don't do the stuff that makes me rip off people anymore. I don't do the stuff that hurts my family anymore. But I can drink a few beers. Sometimes, man, if you shoot for the ultimate sobriety, you're destined to fail. People who have lived the same path as us and they try to go all the way sober, they don't like themselves. Look, it's even in the Bible. People can have a glass of wine or something. It's not a bad thing to have a glass of wine or a few beers. Now, if you drink a few beers or a glass of wine and you ultimately have to go right back to that substance that you had to do, well, then you should refrain from it. And I don't know if that applies to you. All I'm saying, man, is this here, man. I didn't need no program, and I tried to do one, but I'm not going to stress out behind it because I put God back in my life. I cut off the person who was a main issue of the problem. I fixed myself. I stopped doing the crazy stuff. And I'm living a good life, full-time employment, new people in my life, new support system. And if I want to drink some beers, then I drink some beers. And that's it. Fall back in love with the gym, bro. And, man, stop beating yourself up, bro. You're stronger than that, man. You just got to find it in you. And, hey, man, get that damn Instagram account blocked because he's pissing me off. Until the next one.